this wonderful expo, and as you can see, there are two very handsome African American gentlemen that are here. They're going to educate you. They're going to tell you their story. And Clarence had to correct me. Now, what is this? You said it's a bar.
A 1 ounce silver bar.
This is a 1 ounce silver bar, and this is a
round
1 ounce silver round. And it was very.
Bars and rounds are cheaper than American Eagle dollars.
Okay, the bars and rounds are cheaper than the American Eagle dollars. Now, what was so important about me purchasing this silver is to share with you. I spent $70, and it was so important for me to share this with you because so many people feel like investing in silver or gold or commodities are very expensive, but it's not. If you're on a budget and you don't have a lot of money, you can buy $35 in silver or 2 pieces for $70. And it's an investment. This is an investment because you're going to need this for your future. Now, Clarence here, he and his brother Greg, they've been doing this for a long time, so they're going to tell us their story.
I've been doing it about 7 years now.
Okay.
I got in on silver at the price of $6 thanks to Lee Warren and Don. I was just like the rest of the masses. I was dumbed down and uneducated to silver, and silver and gold, and it was about 204. That was
2004.
2004,
okay.
Yes. That's when I had no idea it was another avenue out there. I thought paper money, the physical paper money, I thought that was real money. But the only real money is gold and silver, and it's been around for centuries. And I had no idea that that was real money until I came into the knowledge. Then I began to study from that time on the 204 now, and I educated myself. See, most of the masses, they are dumbed down to this because most of the world, they teach stocks are the real deal, but it's not. It's gold, silver, platinum, copper.
This is in the Bible.
Things of that nature. Right. That's in the Bible. That's what Yahweh had man to use even to build that tabernacle. Now, I think some years back, with all that gold in that tabernacle, it's worth probably over $6 or $7 billion right now.
Now, the tabernacle is in the 25th chapter of Exodus. For those of you who are not familiar, and this was a building of this tabernacle was something that Yahweh our Elohim, who some of you call Lord God, commissioned Moses to build this tabernacle, and this is where the children of Israel had to go. If they sinned, they had to sacrifice an animal. But that tabernacle is the pattern of the universe, and it was built on silver and gold.
Right.
And so that was that's why it comes from the Creator. That's why it's such an important resource.
So that's the only real money that comes from God. Gold and silver. Paper money is created by man. And that was started with the Federal Reserve. You get interest. So you can't get interest off gold and silver, but you can off of this physical money.
Clarence, I want to ask you, and Greg, I want you to get in on this, and I'm not trying to, turn anything racist. I come from a biracial family, but, unfortunately, in the urban communities, people of color, African American people, Latino people, why don't you see more of them at these expos, and why do you feel that they're missing this? There's no education or promotion of silver and gold and expos to that community.
There's no outlet out there that give them, they're dumbed down to that until I was. You understand? There's no outlet out there. The media really not going to tell you nothing about it. All they go for is paper. So that's the big problem. And then again, that the racism, that's just a ruse to keep everybody dumbed down. Because the powers that really be, they don't give nothing damn about racism whatsoever.
Right.
It's all about money, power, respect. That's what they deal in green. If you ain't got no green, you ain't got nothing.
You ain't got no gold and silver, you really don't have nothing.
Yeah, and our people suffer from a lack of knowledge. One of the things I think they need to teach in our educational system is about money. Not the fiat currency or the greenbacks that the Americans use that we call money, because that's not money at all. But our people need to be educated about our spending habits. Our people need to be educated about our spending habits, what money is, how it works against you, because it can work for you and against you. And we just need to be educated. And places like this is the avenue which we need to become more familiar with. Because when you're in a venue such as this, the education or the wealth of knowledge among the people or the panel is just phenomenal.
And this is a free event. It costs nothing to come here. It costs absolutely nothing to come here. There's no we're the only media outlet here. There's no media here. You don't see people from, you know, the urban communities are here. You know, it's just, it's sad to me because I am just such an advocate of educating, you know, everyone, especially low-income families. You know, I mean, this looks $70. I spent $35. I mean, in the community, in urban community, there are so many dollars that go around. I mean, African American and Latino people, it's been proven that they spend more money than any other race of people.
Consumers. We've always been consumers, and until we educate it, we never be nothing more than consumers. Americans as a whole have become consumers. We do more importing than we do exporting now as a country. That wasn't the case maybe when in the 60s and the 70s, but now because of the fact things such as NAFTA and TART and other things, Americans become the biggest consumers in the world. So.
Well, now, Greg, something very interesting happened to you. I love sharing your testimony. It was just so amazing to me. And I don't want to tell everybody. I want you to share your testimony. You bought a silver bar at a particular price, and you were able to sell it because you were trying to take a trip around the world. I want you to kind of expound on it and give us some details about that. Yeah,
several years ago, in the process of accumulating my silver portfolio, which is physical. I'm not talking about the mining at this point, even though we're here dealing with silver mines and gold mines. I acquired some physical silver, some silver bars, as well as silver eagles. And in the interim, actually a few months ago, I had an upcoming trip to Europe.
Now, how much did you pay for it at
first?
I
purchased my 100-ounce silver bar for $1,200 several years ago, and because I had some other things going on at the time, I had my trip already planned to Europe, but I hadn't purchased my airfare yet, so I was a little stretched for cash, and so I decided I'd sell my 100-ounce silver bar back to one of the dealers, and I ended up it was little more. It had literally little more than doubled its price. So I was able to purchase my airfare by selling my silver bar, 100-ounce silver bar, and so it's quite an investment. So those of you who think, you know, it's just a lot of rhetoric about gold and silver, like my brother stated earlier, that's the only real money there is. This other stuff is just fiat currency. It's just a matter of time for the U.S. dollar to absolutely collapse.
Right.
And, now, before we close, Clarence, I want you, because actually Clarence was the person who taught me about junk silver, so I kind of want you to expound on junk silver, you know, from your perspective.
Well, beginning with President Lyndon Johnson in 1965, he wrote the Silver Act, and that was the last time they put any silver, any real silver in the money. In 1964, you have to get the junk silver from 1964 and on back. That has the real silver. But in '65, that's when they stopped it. And also, with those silver eagles, they make the 1 ounces. That's why they had 99-point silver. I believe it's 14% silver inside and 86% outside. So that's how you come to the conclusion, 999.
Now, there are places all over the United States, and we know about a couple of places here in Chicago, where you can actually go and you can purchase dimes and quarters, silver dollars, half dollars, and it's very, very, you know, reasonable, inexpensive, like a trip to the beauty salon for some ladies, or a haircut, you know. So kind of expound on that.
Gold Dust is one place you can go to. That's where I purchase all my silver from Gold Dust. They're about the best that I've ran across from doing my research. They're real cheap and they're reasonable. And you can take physical delivery. So if you're going to get any kind of silver, take physical delivery. I don't believe in using no safety deposit, like no bearing, nothing. Just having your own physical possession. I don't even believe in buying the paper silver.